There we go. I don't know why Fugi decided I'm going to react this time. Hi. I don't know why he keeps all saying your microphone is muted, or it's unmuted. It has no signal. We do this every stream. I swear I have signal. Hi, welcome back to We are finishing up what we can for Project Eden's Garden. After today, we should be all caught up until Chapter 2 comes out, whenever that will happen. Last time we started the trial for Wolfgang's killer, eventually everyone started suspecting Diana, but then we realized, wait, that feels wrong. So we're going back over things again, and then I had to find a good spot to stop because it was getting late for me. So, besides that, and failing so many mini games, you didn't miss much. Today is the day that actually matters more, since we will see the execution. I have not actually... I said I've seen the killer. Do you love Precure? I sure do. I'm a Queen fan. I actually do really like Precure. What do you mean by Queen fan? I'm going to sound stupid with that, but no, I do like Precure. I've been a fan for over like 10 years now. I became a fan when Sweet started airing. I was going to say I know who done it, but I do not know what the execution looks like for the most part. Every time I saw it, I was trying to steer away so I wouldn't be surprised. Seriously, though, I'm your biggest fan. Thank you. I never thought I'd hear that, to be honest. So, I don't know how to properly respond. That sounds so stupid. I'm sorry. It'd be nice if there'd be some Precure games to play, because it's mainly just the little adventure ones or the play-along ones, and then there is the dance one for Wii. I keep saying this all the time. Toei, if you want to make money, it's time to get us a new dance game. You have a lot more dances you can add. The Switch and Switch 2, I believe the Switch 2 is region-free. I know for sure the Switch is region-free. You see where I'm going with this? Hi, Asinus. How you doing? Alright. I think that's mostly it. Yeah. I guess we'll find out. Shit, I'm still on computer. Hi, I have Princess Cosmic Princess Kagi in my background, don't mind me. To Nakuma's surprise. Computer screen off. I'm doing swell. Good. I've been having an off day, so... Alright. It should start us where we stopped. Yep.
Where do I even start, though?
How about you begin by explaining why you went to the boiler room?
Yeah, we do want to know why she went in, because I don't think we ever found that out yet.
Why I went there? It was... 'cause of a note.
Oh, wait, what?
A note?
2 days ago, someone slid one into my room. I never got to see who. I just heard a knock. And when I walked over, there was a note under my door.
I don't remember any of this.
Sorry. It was midday-ish, and you weren't there at the time. And I didn't show you the note later because...
There's probably something
well,
that needs to be hidden.
I'll just read you what it said.
Diana, as you're aware, it is our obligation to speak with those whose blackmails we have obtained. After receiving your blackmail and reading the information disclosed in it, I believe a meeting between the two of us is warranted. In 2 days' time, please come to the underground boiler room at 8:45 a.m. Make sure to arrive promptly and close the door behind you. Hi, Mango. How you doing? To avoid discourse, do not show anyone this letter. Do not approach me about it either, even in private. There's always the chance someone can hear. Wolfgang.
Wolfie wrote this?
Wolfgang had Diana's blackmail? But didn't he have Jean's?
So, someone
Hold on a
else
sec.
did it then.
If you take a closer look, the handwriting on that note...
Is it not Wolfgang's?
Doesn't it resemble the handwriting on Wolfgang's note?
I'm doing good. How about you?
You're
It's been an off
actually
mental
right.
day. I'm just going to say that.
Even though Wolfgang's note has been water damaged, the words I can make out were in the same messy scroll as Diana's here.
So someone planned it all.
Then
Planned
someone
all
else was
this.
posing as Wolfgang?
The killer, most likely. They must have thought his word was the only one Diana would follow.
Guess it worked, huh?
I didn't want to show this note earlier. Because I was scared of how people would try to twist it.
I just
Like
realized
saying I
Damon,
faked the
Damon
note,
has not told
or
him that
that I
we have
decided to kill
Wolfgang's
because of it.
blackmail, do
I
we?
thought it would be better to just stay quiet.
Shut up, Grace.
I know you guys think I'm stupid for agreeing to meet in a place like the boiler room. And I am. I am stupid. I just didn't want to disappoint Wolfgang in case he really did write the note, which was why I left my room around 8:40 a.m. and went downstairs.
Did you catch any strange movement down there?
No, it was just me. I did find the boiler room door hanging open a little bit, but I didn't think much of it. I just went inside and closed the door behind me, since that's what the note asked me to do.
What did you see inside the boiler room?
The boiler room was really dark, so the first thing I noticed was actually the security camera light. My eyes had to take a few seconds to adjust to everything else. But after that, I finally saw him.
Oh, Wolfgang still has lines this chapter.
Wolfgang was lying in the water, making these weird noises. It didn't seem like he'd even notice me entering the room. Not until... Wolfgang?
He doesn't look great, though.
Hearing his name seemed to snap him out of his trance, because he slowly rose to his feet. Wolfgang, are you okay?
It's you.
Huh?
Should I be worried?
I can't believe it. I really am finally meeting you.
What the?
What do you mean?
Please, Forgive me. Please forgive me for what I've become.
Wolfgang?
That makes no sense right now,
Despite how hard I tried, how much I wanted it to be true, I could never become you.
though. Huh?
I will always be a failure.
What?
It's okay, Wolfgang. Look! There's stairs over here. Come over here and we can get out.
Is Wolfgang just hallucinating something at this point? That's my question.
I have no idea if he didn't hear me, or if he was just ignoring me. But, okay. I'll get closer to you then. I went over to the ledge of the platform, the part where the fence had a gap. Just take my hand, okay? And I'll pull you out. He slowly stumbled over, and he held my hand. I didn't really think I could pull him out. I just wanted to be there for him. It was the best I could do, because I didn't want to enter the water.
Which makes sense.
Staying on the platform felt so much safer. And I really, really hate that it did. It's okay, Wolfgang. We'll get through this together, all right? I was looking at him when I said that. I was looking right at him. But somehow...
No. I don't like this at all.
Somehow I didn't think to react.
What?
When he reached inside his blazer.
I don't like this.
Ring.
What the fuck? I agree. I don't like this.
Bring her
Bring who back, though?
back!
I tried to leave the room, but the door was locked. I didn't know what to do. I started looking around for things to defend myself with.
This genuinely terrified me.
That's
I
when I
don't
saw
blame
the
you,
gun.
honestly. Wait, what? The taser,
The
right?
taser
Not the
gun?
gun? Not an actual gun? Please? Diana?
Did
Diana?
you use it?
I took the taser,
Okay,
and I
this is
aimed it
just a
at
taser,
Wolfgang.
but still.
and I couldn't do it.
Feel bad because I
I
understand
couldn't
it's for
shoot him.
self-defense, but still.
I just backed away from him. I couldn't understand anything. Why was this happening to me? Why was I being attacked? Why can't I do anything to...
That face does not make it any better, Wolfgang.
I'm not like you.
Huh?
I'll never be like you.
What the heck is he talking about now?
I won't give up until the world. No, I won't give up until everyone knows me as.
I still don't like that. don't like
All
this
of a
at
sudden-
all.
Everything turned white.
Oh, must have been the explosion.
Everything in front of me.
Oh, wow.
Except Wolfgang. In those few
Diana.
seconds, he became pitch black.
Not
and
gonna
then-
lie.
So did everything else.
Not gonna lie, I applaud Snow for this.
Even though I didn't see Wolfgang fall over, I heard it,
Dang it.
His
Couldn't you have
body
waited a few seconds?
cracking against the pavement,
Oh.
and his knife falling into the water. I waited for the gasp of pain, for him to groan or mumble
Maybe
or
Toasty
say
would tell us what
something.
exactly happened. Also, hello, how
But
y'all
there was
doing?
nothing.
And you?
There was just me and the silence.
The plan is to finish tonight. That's pretty much it, so.
That's how it happened.
What? What the? What the fuck?
That man.
I mean, if not here, we're about to get revealed at some point in the game. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Also,
Diana,
can we start a jar for every
I'm
time
at a
Kai
loss for
says what the
words.
fuck? I'm doing good. Just popping by before
This is
bed.
getting
No
too
worries.
much for me, bros. I think I'm gonna faint.
Grace is
Holy
awfully
shit.
silent.
So Diana really did watch Wolfgang die.
It's probably not a good
Why was
feeling.
he so violent towards her? It's like he became an entirely different person.
The word you're looking for is crazy.
Mark. Despite how hard I tried and how much I wanted it to be true, I could never become you. Why would Wolfgang say those words in that particular moment?
How'd you manage to escape the boiler room after all that?
By picking the door's lock.
For reals?
I wasn't even thinking. I just started feeling my way back to the door in the dark. And then, well, my supply bag. I remembered the spare hairpins I always kept inside. So I felt around the bag and dug one out. To be honest, I have no idea how I managed to unlock the door. The whole thing was repeated trial and error. Just minutes of me telling myself that somehow this next attempt will finally work.
Whoa! Actually unlocking the doors. That's like hitting a bullseye blindfolded.
Now we know why it took so long for her to escape.
I realized why it happened. Getting trapped inside, I mean. The door's lock was on the outside. So, someone must have set the lock before I came downstairs. So that when I closed the door, I'd be trapped.
The lock is normally on the inside, too. The killer purposely flipped it, then left the door open so you would be the one to close it. As for why the killer locked the door to begin with,
It was to frame Diana, right?
Probably. If
right,
it's by the same
the killer made
handwriting,
Diana
the same
trap
they
herself
got me
inside the boiler
thinking
room,
of.
so they could kill Wolfgang in front of her, and force her to remain by his body. Had their plan worked, Diana would only be able to escape if someone from outside entered the boiler room. By which point, that someone would be stumbling across what looks like a cut-and-dry murder case.
If the tournament folk found Diana, they would have been playing right into the killer's hands.
Yep.
Speaking of which, Diana, I'm curious to know, did you unlock the door before or after the tournament attendees arrived downstairs?
It sort of happened at the same time. Like, when I opened the door, there were already people walking down the stairs. Obviously, I couldn't stay inside the boiler room. If anyone saw me close to Wolfgang's body, it would look really bad. The hallway was a bit easier to make out in the dark.
That makes sense.
So I walked over to a wall bordering one of the storage closets and hid behind it. And stayed as quiet as possible. I was still bleeding a little from Wolfgang's cut though,
Oh,
and some
that's
of
where
that
that
blood
blood
ended up
is.
dripping onto the floor around me.
Hence the blood on the underground floor! It's all coming together!
This was shortly before us tournament goers split up. And you made a run for it, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Down the hallway, up the stairs, and then as quietly as possible into my room. Since everything was still really dark, I had to patch myself using the Tozu Trinket's projection as my light. I realize this is a lot, and I know it's hard to believe without proof. So, if you guys could just give me a second.
Reaching into her makeup bag, Diana pulled out a wipe and began scrubbing at her arm.
I cleared up the blood pretty fast. Luckily for me, the cut wasn't that deep.
Which is great.
There's still a chance it may leave a scar, though.
This girl, I feel so bad for her.
Holy crap!
Okay.
That's awful!
It's okay. I'll cover it back up again.
Why did Wolfgang attack you for no reason?
We still don't know that, do we?
I wouldn't say it was for no reason.
You're being kind of insensitive, man.
Huh? I didn't mean it like that. What I'm trying to say is, Wolfgang's actions may look random from an outsider's perspective, but from his perspective, well, judging by his behavior, it seems like he saw something which shook him to his core.
Like, there was something in the room that Diana didn't see?
That's impossible! It was only me and Wolfgang in the boiler room!
I don't believe Jean meant it in a literal sense.
Wolfgang unliterally saw something?
He thought he saw something, is my point.
You mean he had been hallucinating? What did Wolfgang hallucinate for him to turn out the way Diana described?
You'd be
That little
surprised by the
prick
sort
at
of
the back
things
with Jack,
our
I've been
minds
wondering
can
that.
invent. I'm lucky to have never experienced anything myself, but I know some who have hallucinated nasty things. Demons and monsters, or the feeling of being tortured. If Wolfgang went through something similar, I can see why he lashed out.
Now what the heck is going on at sea?
Of course, these hallucinations don't just happen out of the blue. More often than not, they're substance-induced.
Substance-induced?
Just say Wolfgang took a hallucinogenic.
Skip! Why do you keep doing that? Thank you. I will get my revenge on you one of these days.
One which
Hi,
induced
Sabriel,
a
how
lot
you
of
doing?
fatigue, too, judging by the way he lumbered about in Diana's account.
Wait.
It would explain why Wolfgang mostly stayed in one place.
One place, which happened to be in the water.
Give me a second, because it makes me laugh. I know, but still, keep your bits for yourself. Well, I guess you can't really give them to yourself, but... that's how you want to play fine. 1 second. Not doing anything at all. Nope, not right now. 1 second. How's stream going, by the way? This is the first time I learned that there's a substance called hallucinogenics, and that's honestly scary. Oh, I realized we could hear your stream. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. What was? I knew in general that hallucinogenics are a thing, just not the specific. Oh, by the way, happy affiliate anniversary, Skip. I didn't do anything at all. Alright. Have fun with Salmon Run.
Seems very deliberate.
We need to I want to play Splatoon again. Thank you. I want to play Splatoon again. I need to on stream, but I never can stay for more than an hour because I never have people to play with anymore.
I reckon the killer knocked Wolfgang unconscious in order to drag him into the
Most
water.
of our group has not played
but
during
knew
my
he would
times.
eventually wake up again. So they drugged him with something which would basically make him despondent. As for where the drug came from,
Is this where the pharmacy comes into play?
Oh no! Don't tell me the killer robbed.
I knew exploring it was a bad idea.
It? What's this it we're talking about?
Cassie, you should know what it is.
The pharmacy, obviously. Why the heck did we think leaving that place open was a good idea? Now someone's stolen an item and drugged Wolfgang. Fuck! I knew our promise was too good to be true! I can't trust any of you guys! And don't say Wolfgang drugged himself! Who wants to be tortured by demons?
Well, stranger people do exist.
That's rich coming from you!
It's just as I predicted. Exploring the pharmacy ended up paving the way for murder. Should I have made more of an attempt to stop people from exploring? Back then, all I did was... Then again, nobody would have listened to me. Especially not with Wolfgang in control.
If we know where the perpetrator got their chemicals, I guess our next step is figuring out how they did the drugging.
Agreed. It would help us better understand the timeline of events, and potentially even validate Diana's testimony.
Sounds like you guys can leave this one to me. I'm the kind of person who knows someone back to front the moment I meet them. If you haven't already realized, I've gone and read this killer like an open book.
You're the last person I trust to reach a correct conclusion.
I hate to say it, I agree with her though.
The second you hear what I gotta say, you'll be eating those words.
Pinning down how Wolfgang was drugged may validate Diana's testimony. The question is, how did the killer drug him? It's either
I bet the killer
or
took a pill and forced Wolfgang to swallow it.
Just jab him at that point.
Is this a JRPG? It's a visual novel with like
make him swallow a pill.
bullet game, I guess.
There was no proof they
If you know Danganronpa, it's literally the same
Killer
thing.
knocked Wolfie out. Maybe that was their way of restraining him.
You can't force an unconscious person to swallow a pill.
What if it was a drug you don't need to eat?
Like an inhalable substance?
Oh yeah, like a powder or something.
The pharmacy does have a large collection of over-the-counter sedatives, but there's too many for us to isolate any specific one.
Okay.
I bet the killer took a pill.
Oh wait. Okay, I see. I see. If this isn't it, then it's gotta be that. Injection. That's what I'm thinking, but I'm going to try this first. Neil Mark. Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking, but I couldn't find where. But now that I saw the jab, I think I agree with you. I want to try this first either way.
Yeah, like a powder or something.
Okay, we'll try Wolfgang's next then instead.
I bet the killer took a pill.
Just
There it is.
I got it.
I didn't notice the jab the first time, actually.
When Wolfgang's wounds were discussed earlier, it was mentioned he had a tiny red dot below the bruise on his neck. During the investigation, I thought this dot was a scab from a mole or pimple. But knowing Wolfgang was drugged, it's clear to see what it really is. A puncture wound.
Considering the timeline of events, an injection would check out. If Wolfgang got drugged a little after 8:15 a.m. and was already feeling the effects when Diana arrived at 8:45 a.m., then we're dealing with something which entered his bloodstream in under 30 minutes. Any normal pill would have taken, probably an hour to dissolve.
Whilst an injection would be much quicker. I see.
That's probably another reason why the killer knocked Wolfgang unconscious. It would have been incredibly difficult to inject him if he was still moving around. Only when they had him right where they wanted. Dazed and unable to fight back, did they plunge the syringe into his neck.
With said syringe being filled with a hallucinogenic.
But if this all happened a few minutes after 8:15 a.m., doesn't that make it impossible to pin a suspect?
What? Why is it impossible?
Because everybody's got an alibi for that time. I mean, Damien and I were in my dorm room, and the other party people...
8:15 a.m. Yeah, I was already in the dining hall with Jet, Mark, and Eva.
I left Wolfgang's dorm right after the morning announcement and spent the rest of the hour with Jean.
When Nona and I were in our dorm room together.
And me and Eloise were already sitting down in the courtyard.
Toshiko was giving me the medication she grabbed from the pharmacy.
And, I stayed in my dorm room until 8:40 a.m.
Oh no. If everyone can be accounted for, we really can't assume a suspect.
So, we're back to square one?
Oh, yay.
Someone here must be lying.
And doesn't plan to stop.
What's screwing us over here? Is it part of this mystery we're getting wrong? Or could it be we're overlooking something? It was ruled out as having no relation to the murder, because the wires don't touch the water. But the position of it, the fact it's destroyed, the timing of the blackout. One coincidence is easy to wave off. One's coincidence after coincidence after coincidence. Then there's something more going on. There's something more to the generator.
If everyone has an alibi for 8:15 a.m., is it possible the killer never actually attacked Wolfie at that time? But his little note said to come by at 8:15 a.m., didn't it?
Ingrid, do you remember what you said when we couldn't figure out who stole Desmond's taser?
To be honest, I'm drawing a blank.
You suggested we switch subjects and discuss Wolfgang's injuries instead, which we did. As a result, we ended up unraveling more about the case than if we had stuck to the original topic. Right now, we're at a dead end. If we can't get any more leads out of this current discussion, then that's a sign to switch our focus.
Switch our focus to what?
I want to take another look at Diana's testimony.
Mine?
Back when you were describing Wolfgang's death, something stuck out to me.
Don't like seeing that again, honestly.
The flash of white Diana described must have been the generator exploding, with the darkness afterwards being the blackout. Think about the order of events there. In just a few seconds, the boiler room's generator explodes, and Wolfgang falls over dead. Doesn't it sound like the two are correlated?
Oi, didn't we go over this already? We did. The generator has nothing to do with Wolfgang's death. Its wires weren't touching the water.
Indeed. Which is why the murder weapon is the taser gun.
No.
Diana said she never used the taser, though.
Then she's lying!
What? That's not true! I never fired the gun!
It's all good. I believe you. Sure, nobody can dispute the gun was fired. What can be disputed, though, is when it got fired. I wouldn't be surprised if the killer fired that gun way in advance. Like, sometime before Wolfgang arrived downstairs and left it in the boiler room for us to find later.
What? So the taser gun isn't the murder weapon?
If Wolfgang wasn't killed with the taser gun or the generator, what other options are we left with?
The taser gun is the only option that makes sense. The murder weapon can't be anything else.
The true murder weapon. Is it possible there's a third source of electricity we haven't considered yet? Am I grasping at straws by thinking something like that?
And anyway, the only proof Diana never shot the taser is her own word.
Huh?
Ava! What do you mean?
All the evidence supporting your version of events is circumstantial. The note you showed us? That could be a fake alibi you made for yourself. The fact that it has the same handwriting as Wolfgang's is already suspicious.
Couldn't that just mean the same person tricked them?
If you earnestly
Hello,
believe
how's your
Diana
game going?
didn't write
Is
it,
this a
then
visual
maybe.
novel? It is. It's a fan game called
But you see
Project
what I'm
Eden's
saying?
Garden.
There's no
How you
proof
doing,
Diana
WG?
never wrote the notes. There's only her word to go by. Because if she did write them, everything about her entering the boiler room at 8:45 a.m. and being locked inside could be a total lie.
I get what you're saying. But if we run with the idea that Diana was the one waiting for Wolfgang all the way back at 8:15 a.m., then we're stuck with the issue we had last time. Why did Diana wait over an hour to kill him?
That's also circumstantial. None of us know what really went on between those two in an hour. Ruling someone out because they took a long time to murder is stupid.
Without context? Sure, I'd say the same. But since the boiler room is unlocked, anyone can enter. If Diana knocked Wolfgang
I'm good.
out,
It's been a
then
long
she
day.
took
I
over an
feel
hour to
that.
kill
Don't
him with that
worry.
info.
I've had an off mental day.
Okay, but who would enter? No one wants to make a detour down some gross, freaky-looking basement. The boiler room is probably the most covert place a person can be.
Most covert place. Her words do make sense. After all, I chose Sweet Toast in the boiler room for that very same reason.
Diana claims she didn't write the notes, and she claims she didn't shoot the gun, but where's the hard proof she didn't do any of these things?
The answer lies in what destroyed the generator.
What?
Didn't we already talk about that?
All you guys did was discuss theories, never anything concrete. Settling for a theory isn't good enough when our lives are on the line. In the same way Ava can't rule out Diana's involvement in the case, we can't rule out the generators.
So we have to figure out what destroyed the generator? What should we do? Just throw out ideas?
It's what we've been doing this whole time.
I better not change it.
Oakley dokley.
Oh, Lord. Never say that again, Cassie.
All right, everyone. Let's put our thinking hats on. If we work together, we'll unravel this mystery for sure. Ready? On your marks, get set, go!
Oh, it's another non-stop. Yep. It's another non-stop. You have shrapnel on smell and generator.
Why did the generator blow up?
Could have just been an electrical fault.
So, a coincidence?
Is this the best situation? To be waving stuff off as a coincidence?
Did the killer throw something at the generator that made it explode?
Perhaps it's the fault of the taser gun? The electrical discharge it released might have connected with the generator and created an overabundance of energy, which caused everything in the circuit to pop.
Probably. There's no proof anything.
Oh, okay. No, I'll take the accident. I meant to slow it down, but okay.
Unfortunately, Ava, I have to disagree. You say nothing but the taser could have been involved in the murder. But there's one possibility you didn't consider. The shrapnel in the water.
You mean those bits of red metal which were floating around?
Right. The ones that look like the aftermath of an explosion. Due to their proximity to the generator, it's safe to assume the two are connected.
Can't that just be debris left by the generator?
Except this debris is a completely different color.
Looks like
It
a murder
lacks the
mystery.
rust the generator has accumulated.
Yep. Have you played
We're
any of the like
obviously looking
canon
at the remnants
Danganronpa
of
games?
something else. Which means an object we haven't yet identified was caught in the explosion.
It's really near it. Was another outplaced item. There we are.
The water was also an extension cord, half of which had been
No.
burnt
Oh,
away.
okay.
Huh? Did the cord get caught in
This
the
is
explosion?
Danganronpas are the fan-made Danganronpas that are not in the canon series. This is one of them.
At the wrong time.
You know it's named under a different name, probably to help for the VAs
From what I saw in my
associated with Danganronpa, but
The building's extension cord supply seems
it's
to be kept
basically
inside storage
it's
closet D.
Danganronpa though.
So in a way, yeah, it was definitely in the wrong place.
Storage closet D, huh? It was hard to make out much of it in the dark. And after the power came on, Kai came screaming for us to leave our closets. But I do recall seeing some extension cords peeking out from behind a shelf.
Since we already know the killer raided one storage closet, anyone else willing to bet they raided this one too?
The hell did they need an extension cord for?
Probably something involving the generator.
I see. I'm not
Given
familiar
its
with that
proximity to
franchise,
the
but it
board.
looks fun. I personally love it, but there's a lot of
Same
what
thing
the
with the
fuck
right bits.
and weird
Even
moments,
though we don't know what they
so...
are.
Play at your own discretion? It's not for everyone. I can already tell you that. Right. The red shrapnel. It definitely isn't debris left by the generator. So, what exactly is it? So far, nothing in the boiler room can be directly tied to the shrapnel. At least, not any of the clues that have already been discussed in this trial. If I were to flip my thinking and consider the clues we haven't discussed yet, there's no proof what I have in mind is related to the shrapnel, but when all other options are ruled out, I can only turn towards one that hasn't. The one thing the mysterious shrapnel might be related to.
This is it.
Oh, was the odd smell? I totally guessed there, to be honest.
Hold that thought. We may be able to identify the shrapnel during the investigation. There was a strange smell permeating the boiler room. It took me a moment to notice, but when I did, well, the best way to describe the scent would be if you mix cereal and alcohol together.
Cereal and alcohol? Talk about specific.
Mm-hmm. 'Tis a sign a chemical reaction was at play.
Wait, you recognize the smell?
Chemical reactions can produce some pretty pungent odors. Usually something to the tune of alcohol mixed with cereal. Or fruits, or eggs.
I'd like to know why Sean
I
knows
noticed the smell going into the investigation, but it had completely slipped my
Unless
mind
he says
until now.
during the investigation, and then that's on me.
Could it be a chemical reaction was caused by the taser?
The gun never touched the water. There's no reason for it to be the source of the smell.
What about the generator?
Considering the state of it, that generator would smell more burnt than anything else.
If the chemical reaction can't be explained by what we already know, like the generator or the taser gun, we need to consider the possibility that the explanation is the one piece of evidence still evading us, the shrapnel.
Can someone translate this into less complicated talk?
Oh, no.
It was just a long-winded way of saying he's using process of elimination.
Grace, wrong game.
I know it sounds like a stretch, but if you follow this reasoning, a lot more questions start getting answered. Think about it. If the smell and shrapnel are linked, then whatever object the shrapnel belongs to must contain chemicals.
So we're looking for a metal object, which is also packed with chemicals?
Surely something like that would be kept inside the pharmacy.
Looking at my notes,
Oh yeah, Ulysses had
when
like
we
an inventory
originally
of everything,
visited
didn't
the
we?
pharmacy, I recorded everything I
Didn't
saw.
he?
A bright red metal object would have definitely caught my eye, but I don't see one written here.
I didn't see that. Big gold slabs of metal. Why does that sound so familiar? Hold on. That's right. What Ingrid said just now is similar to what she said the night everyone began bunking together. At the time, people were talking about their dorm rooms being themed around their talents. Could the shrapnel actually be the remnants of the unique device that guy boasts about having in his room? The only way to know for sure is to put you on the spot. Okay, who would it be? Would it be Mark? I think it'd be Mark, wouldn't it? No. slabs of metal. Unique devices room. Shit, I don't remember. Oh, it was Jet this whole time.
It has to be
well, not
you.
for the killer, but for the weird devices room.
Jet, I need to ask you something.
What's up?
Can you tell me what's inside your dorm room?
Like, a full-on list?
Whatever works.
Sure thing. I got a pretty gnarly collection of parts and accessories. Blind spot mirrors, lithium batteries, wheels, spare brakes, you name it. Oh, I even have the legendary mantle from the 1984 Grand Prix winning speech.
That has nothing to do with this trial, does it?
That's what I was hoping to hear.
Cool. So, why'd you want to know? Unless... Wait, I'm not being suspected, am I? No. Don't try to roll me into this, bro. I've got nothing to do with the murder.
I know you don't. You have an alibi. The only reason I ask is because that mysterious red shrapnel may be the remnants of one of your lithium batteries.
Did someone steal something from this room, too?
What?
I see. A lithium battery might explain the smell in the air.
And lithium? That's an explosive substance. If it made contact with water, gosh, you'd be left with a mess and a half.
Wouldn't someone have heard an explosion, though?
I did.
Really?
During the tournament, right before we lost power.
Oi, that's right. There was a burn.
Wait! I remember hearing it too!
I initially assumed the generator made the noise somehow. But if Jet's car batteries contain an explosive substance...
Hey, Jet, were your batteries bright red at all?
Maybe?
So, yes. Okay, got it.
You don't know for sure?
I never took the batteries out of their packaging. The packaging isn't red, I can tell you that, but the actual batteries? Yeah.
So it can't be proven beyond a reasonable doubt?
Pretty much.
Well, what's the reaction time of a lithium battery?
The reaction time?
When a lithium battery hits the water, how long does it take to combust? I think once we know that, we can decide whether or not the battery is relevant to the case.
It's like Guess Who? Pretty much.
A lithium battery would be an almost instantaneous
It's more
reaction.
like Whodunit,
I'm
like
pretty
Clue.
Sure.
Lithium isn't a metal I've worked with, but it got beat into my head never to mix it with substances it doesn't like. All that electricity, the battery would have let out when it hit the water. It must have went straight into poor Wolfie.
There's warning labels on the battery for...
Okay, if the reaction is instantaneous, then the battery would have entered the water only seconds before the generator exploded. That's really weird.
Is it?
According to Diana's testimony, when the explosion happened, she was still holding the taser gun. In which case, who threw the battery into the water?
Huh. Good point. We can rule out Wolfgang, since the Blackens can only be a student who kills another student. And Diana.
It was only Diana and Wolfgang in the boiler room. So unless Diana herself was the one to throw the battery, then the battery can't play a part in the murder.
I didn't throw the battery. I promise.
The shrapnel and generator are too close for comfort. They must be correlated. I'll admit that Diana throwing the battery is a possibility, but that's all it is. A possibility. There may still be another way for the battery to enter the water. Until I've ruled that out, I won't settle for a culprit just yet.
If the battery is related to the case, only Diana could have thrown it in the water.
Oh.
But my arm had been cut. Lifting a battery would hurt too much.
Neo batteries are pretty lightweight, though.
The battery clearly couldn't have fallen from somewhere, so it must have been submerged another way. Perhaps something akin to what Eva described?
If that battery is the murder weapon, why is there a taser gun?
Maybe it's a red herring.
Judging by the shrapnel, the battery would have landed in the water, a few inches from the generator.
Not the hardest shot to me.
If the battery battery is related to the case, only Diana could have thrown it in the water.
But my...
Neo batteries are pretty lightweight, though. So it must have been submerged another way.
Wonder if...
Judging by the shrapnel, the battery would have landed in the water. A few inches from the generator. Not the hardest shot to make.
If the battery is related to the case, only Diana could have thrown it in the water.
It's not that?
Damon, Diana was the only other person.
Right.
If the battery is related to the case, only Diana could have thrown it in the water.
But my arm had been cut. Lifting a battery would hurt too much.
Neo batteries are pretty lightweight, though.
The battery clearly couldn't have fallen, so it must have been submerged another way. Perhaps something akin to what Eva described?
If that battery is the murder weapon, why is there a taser gun?
Maybe it's a red herring.
Judging by the shrapnel, the battery would have landed in the water. A few inches.
Oh.
The evidence
The
I
can't
is
find
related
it.
to the case, only Diana could have thrown it in the water.
But my arm had been cut.
What is it then? I feel like it's just extension cord. I tried, but
Neo batteries are pretty lightweight, though.
The battery clearly couldn't have fallen from somewhere. So it must have been submerged another way. Perhaps something akin to what Eva described?
If that battery is the murder weapon,
Judging by the shrapnel, the battery would have landed in the water. A few inches.
I don't think that's it.
The
Oh,
evidence
okay.
tells a different story, mate.
Maybe use the bullets from who goes first test. I found it.
If the battery is related to the case,
Or text.
Neo batteries are pretty lightweight, though. Couldn't have fallen from somewhere. So it must have been submerged another way. Perhaps something akin to what Eva described? If that battery is the murder weapon, why is there a taser gun? Maybe it's a red herring. Judging by the shrapnel, the battery would have landed in the water. A few inches from the generator. Not the hardest shot to make.
if the battery is related to the case,
Neo batteries are pretty lightweight, though.
The battery clearly couldn't have fallen.
There we
No,
go.
that's wrong!
No. The battery might actually have fallen from the generator.
What makes you say that?
The shrapnel's position in front of the generator suggests there's a correlation between the two. However, it's unlikely Diana threw the battery at the generator. Not only is the boiler room difficult to see in, the generator is positioned far enough from the concrete platform that Diana, with her wounded arm, would need to stand on the platform's edge to make the shot. Which would obviously put her in danger of being attacked by Wolfgang again.
Yeah. Wolfgang was really close. He could reach over to me if he wanted.
If the battery hadn't been thrown, the only other possibility is that it fell down into the water. And considering the layout of the boiler room, what else could the battery fall off of? Except the generator.
Are you saying the battery was sitting on top of the generator?
Not on top, but maybe.
I got it.
Okay, it just has to be suspended, right?
The battery may have been suspended over the generator.
Suspended over?
If the battery was suspended by something, the presence of that item starts to make a lot more sense. Oh, that's where the extension cord comes in, huh?
This is it.
The killer could have tied the extension cord around the battery and slung the battery over the generator. If the cord and battery were tied together at the time of the generator's explosion, it would explain why half of the cord had been burned away.
The more you explain it, the more unbelievable it sounds.
What if that's the point? Maybe the killer chose a crazy method because no one would believe it.
I don't see how weaving a cord into the mix is any more beneficial than leaving it out. If anything, the cord adds extra weight.
Which would be especially inconvenient for Diana, because her arm is bleeding.
Right. It wouldn't benefit Diana to hold the cord. So, what if she didn't? Something else may have been supporting the cord instead.
Something like... an object?
I got it.
Okay.
Throughout this trial, we've assumed the killer held the battery in some form or another. If the battery was on its own, the killer tossed it in. If the battery was wrapped with a cord, the killer held the other end of the cord. But in the same way something else can hold the battery, can't something else also hold the cord?
Ugh, my head's starting to spin.
Are you talking about something which could keep the cord in place?
Something to keep the cord in place. I imagine the cord and the battery is tied around the front of the generator, in the same spot where the shrapnel has surfaced. Would be these? Oh, would be the vents?
This is it.
Oh, it's the vents.
The killer tied the cord to the vent.
What vent?
The one above the generator. It connects the boiler room and the dining hall.
There's a vent above the generator?
You should remember some light shining into the boiler room. That's where the vent is. The vent itself is set a bit far back into the wall. So, you probably assumed the spot was a small window or something.
If the boiler room and the dining hall...
There's two vents. The boiler room vent and the dining hall vent. Both are connected via a small ventilation shaft. I was able to get a close look at the boiler room vent after Ava and I woke up, which is why I know these details.
How close is close for someone under 6 foot?
Ava helped me reach the vent,
But
letting me sit on her shoulders.
quite the visual.
Anyway, moving on. Don't rub it in.
Anyway, if the killer tied one end of the cord to the vent and the other end around the battery, they could suspend the battery over the generator.
Something like that would result in an explosion.
What do you mean?
You say the killer tied one end of the cord to the vent and the other end to the battery. However, indoor extension cords are much longer than regular cords. They can be upwards of 9 or more meters in length, as opposed to the average cord's 2 meters. 9 meters is significantly longer than the distance between the vent and the boiler room floor. If the killer wanted to tie the battery to the cord's other end, they would be tying it to something which is already submerged in water.
I see. It is an impossible setup.
Not necessarily. The killer can have greatly reduced the length of the cord by doing that. No.
Cut the cord. And where it
could have been the storage.
Well, I've been through those.
Not even.
I didn't see.
You believe the victim?
So this whole.
That's not what I meant. That was the last one. I'm dumb.
I got it.
I'm just dumb.
The extension cord is pretty thin and flimsy. If the killer wanted the battery to be secure, they need to wrap a lot of cord.
Oh, that big of a battery. Okay, that makes...
Probably to the point there wouldn't be much spare cord remaining. Which is a good thing, because this spare cord is what the battery will be suspended by. So long as the spare cord isn't too long, the battery will sit safely above the water.
So much effort.
Agreed. How do you even submerge the battery into the water under those circumstances?
How simple. You just in the correct position. All the killer will need to utilize is a certain aspect of the boiler room. Are they giving the ocean a little treat? I don't think so.
This is it.
Oh, it was the vent for that one. Okay.
Like I mentioned earlier, I gave the vent a close look after originally waking up in the boiler room. Part of my inspection included opening the vent to get a better look at the other side.
The vent can be opened?
Not all the way, but far enough for the vent to cause a domino effect if then closed. In our case, a domino effect involving the extension cord tied to it. If we assume the vent must be open for the battery to remain a safe distance above the water, we end up with a pulley system. To prevent the battery from entering the water, the vent is literally pulling the entire cord backwards. Ergo, it's not just the killer's own measurements keeping the battery in place, but the vent itself. Having opened one of these vents before, I can tell you how tough they are to move.
Yeah.
A lightweight battery definitely isn't heavy enough to pull one shut. It takes an actual person to close one, which is great for the killer, because it means they get to maintain full control over when the battery enters the water. If they close the vent, the cord should slide forward and submerge the battery into the water. When that happens, the boiler room water becomes electrified by the battery's components, which in turn causes electricity to pass directly into the body of Wolfgang, who is standing in the water.
Exactly which vent is the cord being tied to?
The boiler room vent.
Funny. Earlier, you said there's a small vent shaft connecting the boiler room vent to the dining hall vent. Assuming the killer is operating this trap from outside the boiler room, since we know there were only ever 2 people in that room, how would they even be able to reach the boiler room vent? Like you said, there's a separate vent in front of it.
Uh-huh. She has a point. I've been assuming the cord is tied to the boiler room vent. But if I fail to consider the ventilation shaft, it becomes considerably hard to reach the boiler room vent if you have to reach down the shaft first. Not just that, I never attempted to see the boiler room vent in open words. That logic, a bit on the opposite side of the shaft.
could only mean one thing. The killer never tied the cord to the boiler room vent. They tied the cord to the dining hall vent.
That just creates the same problem as before, but reversed. Instead of the dining hall vent making it hard to close the boiler room vent, it's the boiler room vent making it hard to reach the dining hall vent.
While the vents may seem like an obstruction, especially since they can't be opened all the way, there's a very easy workaround. All the killer needs to do is fit the extension cord between the grates of the boiler room vent.
That's what I thought.
Oh yeah, the grates. You mentioned something about them earlier. Right, when you described opening the boiler room vent. If you can fit your fingers between the grates, there's no damn way you can't fit a cord.
Exactly. After which, you can slide the cord through the ventilation shaft and out the opposite end for the killer to then go and tie to the...
Actually...
Of course he would use the, actually. Alright.
Hello?
What is it now?
There's something I still don't understand about your theory.
Hi, Thor.
It's to do with the logistics of the cord.
The logistics?
Its size.
We're back to discussing this again. Never mind, I'll find a way to combat his argument, just like I've done countless times already.
I understand the boiler room vent can be opened. Maybe not all the way, but enough to fit an extension cord through. What's bothering me, however,
Look!
is that the boiler room vent was closed during the investigation, which means it must have been closed during the murder.
Oh, shit.
I understand the boiler room vent can be opened, maybe not all the way, but enough to fit an extension cord through. What's bothering me, however, is that the boiler room vent was closed during the investigation.
Oh, I didn't mean to hit
My
that.
notes say it was closed. I understand the boiler room vent can be opened, maybe not all the way, but enough to fit an extension cord through. What's bothering me, however, is that the boiler room vent was closed during the investigation, which means it must have been closed during the murder.
I don't see a problem here. The killer doesn't even need to open that vent, because they could simply slide the cord between the grates.
Indoor extension cords may be thin, but the plugs on either side of them aren't. How can the killer fit both those plugs between the gaps in the vent grate? Either the boiler room vent was never involved, or it was open at some point, and someone else closed it. That is my issue. Indoor extension cords may be thin, but the plugs on either side of them aren't. How can the killer fit both those plugs between the gaps in the vent grate? Either the boiler room vent was never involved, or it was open at some point, and someone else closed it. That is my issue. Indoor extension cords may be thin, but the plugs on either side of them aren't. How can the killer fit both those plugs between the gaps in the vent grate? Either the boiler room vent was never involved, or it was open at some point,
So was it the
and
first one
someone
then?
else closed it. That is my issue. Indoor extension cords may be thin, but the plugs on either side of them aren't.
Shit.
How can the killer fit both those plugs between the gaps in the vent grate? Either the boiler room vent was never involved, or it was open at some point, and someone else closed it. That is
First one I needed.
my issue.
Okay. Okay, I think I got it. I have like
Indoor extension cords may be thin, but the plugs on either side of them aren't.
That's not
Indoor
it.
extension cords may be thin, but the plugs on either side of
Ah,
them.
that's not what I meant. Oh. Well, that sounds about right. Where did I go wrong? Oh. Now I see.
Indoor extension cords may be thin.
Yep.
But the plugs on either side of them aren't.
Because the extension cords are cut. That's why. I didn't think of that. I got distracted by the plugs on each side. I'm like, yeah.
If you insert the cord through the boiler room vent first, it's possible to fit the cord through. You just need to start with the internal plug. The cords in Storage Closet D have a slim internal end. This can easily be slid through the gaps in the vent. Once the killer ties the cord around the dining hall vent, presumably with a knot, the cord won't be at risk of sliding back out either.
I see. When put like that, whether or not the boiler room vent was closed isn't really relevant.
How'd you figure all this out from some shrapnel and an extension cord? This is crazy.
This is what they're going to do to win.
What he's describing sounds plausible.
Since the battery was suspended over the generator, it's no surprise the machine ended up the way it did. Fortunately for Diana, she was safe by virtue of remaining on the platform.
Thank gosh.
I imagine that was also the killer's intention.
Oh, yeah.
The killer kept her on the platform?
They must have known they were injecting Wolfgang with a hallucinogenic. So, it's possible they hoped his behavior would scare Diana off from entering the water.
Oh, okay.
Although, even if Diana did die, the moment people realized only she and Wolfgang entered the boiler room, they probably call the whole thing a murder gone wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Well, all of this certainly changes things.
Huh?
If the killer is someone who needed access to the vent and needed to be operating from the dining hall,
is it
then
one of the
everyone who attended the tournament is a
Yep.
suspect.
Tournament people are in trouble.
No way!
One of the tournament attendees is the killer. Damn it, how did I not realize sooner? The fact the killer could even access the vent means they must have been in the dining hall at the time of the Wolfgang's murder.
So we can reduce it down to 8 people. Damon, Kai, Grace, Eva, Cassidy, Jed, Mark, and John.
It was probably Cassidy. She set the whole thing up.
It was not.
I was only trying to improve the mood.
It wasn't me.
Wait, I just now remembered.
When the lights went out.
Only Ava and Damon know the vent's connections.
Me too.
We're getting a little ahead of ourselves there, Mango.
You never touched my equipment.
I meant I was watching Kai and Damon play.
I was spectating as well.
Me too.
Me 3! And Cass 2? I was too focused on the game to remember who was or wasn't there.
If everyone's telling the truth, then all 8 of y'all were crowded round the same spot?
Near the right wall where the TV was set up. It's also the furthest wall from the vent.
Seems like someone is lying again.
The tournament participant who flipped the vent. I could deduce who that person is by determining everyone's positions directly before the blackout. The problem is, I myself have been totally preoccupied with the game. I never got a good look at the actual people around me. Never got a good look. Wait, is that it? Well, I never got a good look at the others. I can still deduce their general positions to me from whether or not I heard them. Think, Damon, think. Who and what did I hear back then? It was you. The only person I never heard was you.
It has to be you!
The killer is Ava.
Huh?
Mango's right. It was only two of us who knew the events. If it wasn't us, there's only one other choice.
Mark was mixing a track at the time Kai and I were playing a game, so I know he must have been stationed at his pad. And everyone else? I remember hearing their voices over the sound of the game. Everyone. Except Ava. In fact,
Hi, Maromi, how you doing?
last I saw her, she was standing
Where's
in the corner of the room
Sarabi's
with a vent.
little emote that goes with that?
So Ava flipped the vent?
Yep.
Oh man! And the reason no one heard it is because the music was too loud!
Don't blame me. I was just doing what I was told.
No one's blaming you.
There it
Not
is.
Eva.
Care to contribute anything, Eva?
I didn't flip the vent.
That doesn't help your case.
Well, Damon says you did.
I finished streaming
Damon
and
says
agreed
a
to
lot of
Fit of Rage.
things.
I was wondering, I was like, why are you playing that again? You know how this is going to go. Did you actually finish it though?
While you aren't technically wrong, I don't think that counts as an argument.
His theory is full of plot holes. He just refuses to point them out.
Oh, here we go.
What?
Nope, was so
Plot
close and I
holes?
choked. Oh, I'm so
cord.
sorry.
What?
In retrospect, you were so quick to accuse me that you overlooked a huge problem with the cord. If I'm the killer, how did I dispose of it?
Trick question. You left the cord tied to the vent.
What then? It unraveled by itself and
49
fell into the
swears
water?
in a single stream.
Yeah.
Welcome to the group.
You got me there.
How did Eva get rid of the cord? I'm sure it's possible if she knew how to untie it at the right time. During the black hour when everyone left. No.
You waited
I went with you guys to invent.
I got it.
Okay, it was during the blackout.
to dispose of the cord. You just untied it during the blackout.
She untied the knot during a blackout?
Being the one who set up the trap, Ava could have easily practiced untying the knot in advance. Or she just made it a really simple
Yeah,
knot.
it wouldn't make that
Either
hard.
way, it wouldn't be any more difficult than untying your shoelaces with your eyes closed.
If Ava untied the cord, did it also fall into the water?
Diana's testimony says as much.
It does?
During your confrontation with Wolfgang, you recounted hearing certain sounds.
Oh, yeah.
The first sound was obviously the battery exploding. And the second, when you first recounted the story, you said it was the sound of the knife hitting the water. But why would a thin knife make such a big splash?
Then, do you think...
What really caused that sound was probably the extension cord falling into the water.
When you say it that way, it does seem likelier.
I should have known. The kid who lied about her talents and tried to lie about the Tozy trinkets. I should have known. I should have known only Eva fucking Sanaka would kill Wolfgang!
You
Grace
read that
is
Eva's lied to us
mad.
several times already.
But she's just a mathlete. How did someone like her come up with something this complicated?
Where would she have the brain cells to be an athlete? That answers your question.
Give her the upper hand in all that measurement nonsense.
Even so, the sheer volume of items Eva had to steal, she's been under heavy suspicion these past few days. How did she sneak into Jet
Yeah,
and
that's
Desmond's
true.
rooms without being noticed?
It's impossible. Wolfgang even got mad at me for being late to the dining hall by a few minutes. I've been...
Right on!
Oh.
No one steals from me!
They already did.
And anyway, how could I enter the cord through the boiler room vent when I can't even reach the top of the generator? If anything, you should be suspicious of the taller students.
I understand why people are doubtful. I can't let the conversation continue like this. Eva did, in fact, have a way to reach the vent. All she had to use... Oh, that's where these guys come. Ooh, I can't even control my mouse. New effect.
Ava grabbed one of the boxes on the concrete platform.
That's setting myself up. Removing a box would reduce the amount of box.
Flexing your mathematical prowess, I see.
I'm saying Damon would have noticed if a box was missing, since there's so few of them to start with. But he never noticed anything, because there were just as many boxes as there were last time.
Couldn't you just move the box back after using it?
Then the underside of the box would be wet, which it wasn't.
This I can confirm. My notes on the box's exteriors mention nothing about watermarks.
Wait, seriously?
This is it.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Ava, to reach the top of the generator, there's already a huge pile of them near the generator itself. You could easily push one up against the machine.
She would have known about those boxes in advance, too.
Okay, you know what? Never mind.
Since she explored the boiler room with you ahead of time.
Okay, I could have used the boxes to reach the top of the generator. And I could have fit the cord through both vents if I inserted the right plug.
Where are you going with this?
I can do both of those things without attracting suspicion. What I can't do without attracting suspicion is opening the vent.
Which vent are we talking about?
The dining hall one. Based on what Damon's saying, it needs to be opened for the killer's trap to work. But opening it during the tournament is asking to be caught, and opening it before the tournament is useless because Jet, Cassidy, and Mark would see it while setting up.
Oh yeah, you're
Gotta
right.
be some trick
If there was
shit.
an open vent with a cord tied to it, I would have noticed for sure.
Now that Eva mentions it, I'm pretty sure the vent was closed during setup.
That was closed?
See, there's no way I can execute this trap without being caught. It's a stupid trap anyway. All the cord and vent stuff is too complicated. There's a billion ways it could go wrong. Damon's just making stuff up. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Chicken?
What the? That's...
Can it, you four-eyed troll! You can't talk your way out of this one!
Grace is with us. Shit.
The only person who would be sick-minded enough to kill Wolfgang is you and only you! Don't you fucking try and tell me otherwise!
Wow, Grace is very mad.
You can't say I'm the murderer just because I sat near a vent.
It seems to be pretty good evidence to me.
Wolfgang exposed you for the snake you are, and you despised him because of it. You have a motive!
Perhaps our understanding of the mechanism is wrong? Maybe it wasn't closing the vent that triggered it, but something else?
Do you have any evidence to prove that?
Even if this trap was used, you can't guarantee it operated the way Damon described.
How so?
Well, the battery could have been tied to the extension cord, with a special knot which can untie by itself, after a bit of time passes.
There's even less evidence for that!
Evidence? No one here cares about evidence.
Oh, did not mean to
I
do
just
that.
happened to be at the game tournament. And now you're saying I'm a killer.
Never mind what was said before. Focus on the facts. We just need
You
focus.
can't say I'm the murderer just because I sat near a vent.
It seems to be pretty good evidence to me.
Going two places, so.
After just happened game tournament.
No, that's wrong.
I was going to say you planned to be there, didn't you? Like you told us to join you.
No. It's no coincidence you were at the game tournament. In fact, it's not even a coincidence the tournament took place during the murder.
What do you mean?
It was impossible for me to notice this earlier, but the killer timed the tournament so it would grant them an alibi for the murder.
Whoa. Are you accusing me of murder again?
No,
I thought you said Ava was the culprit.
The detective
Jet,
isn't
no.
supposed to switch suspects in the last stretch like this. You're totally throwing the audience for a loop, and not in a good way.
Can we just smack those two, please?
Except neither of you played a role in determining what time the tournament would be held. The only person to determine that was Ava.
Yep. It was Ava who did that.
Ava knew she would be in the dining hall tomorrow. So when Cassidy announced the tournament, she realized it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to create an alibi for herself.
That's insane. How could she have come up with something like that on the spot?
It wasn't just for an alibi either. Since Ava knew about the tournament, she could time the setup of her trap accordingly.
So to answer your question why neither Cassidy, Jet, nor Mark knows the open event, I think back up what Cassie told me earlier today before the tournament began. I can discern exactly when Eva opened the vents.
I got it.
Yep, that makes sense. The furniture would have been stacked and headed.
Cassidy, you told me Ava approached you yesterday and asked to help set up the tournament. What exactly did she say?
When did I tell you this again?
Before the tournament?
Oh, now I remember. Yeah, Eva wanted to see what sort of equipment the tournament needed. After I showed her Mark's stuff and told her we were redecorating the dining hall, she offered to help.
Back when this conversation happened, you still hadn't decided what time you were going to start redecorating.
No, that's wrong!
Right?
Hi, Crispy, how you doing?
It's embarrassing. Eva really helped me out, though.
Sorry about
she
you,
said she
Gaio.
would stack the dining hall furniture we weren't going to use later that night. Afterwards, we could focus purely on arranging the technical stuff in the morning.
All right. Then tell me what happened last night.
Jet, Mark, Eva, and I came to the dining hall at around 8:40 p.m. probably. We stacked the table and the dining chairs against the left wall, and the sofas we moved to the middle of the room, maybe a little more to the right. Then we all went back to our dorms. Well, I was kind of hungry, so I stayed back a few minutes before leaving.
That sounds about right.
Hold the phone. If those sofa chairs were moved to the middle of the room, why did I see one over in the corner this morning?
Ah.
Eva pushed it there.
Eva what?
She didn't want to take part in the tournament. Just watch it from the side.
Oh, that kind of incriminates her
I never
more.
thought it was weird or anything. Some people just like sticking to the walls of rooms, you know?
We're talking about the sofa in the upper left corner, aye? The one next to the coffee table.
Her face.
Yes, sir, Eva.
Yo, when the power went out, I'm pretty sure Damon ran over to that corner to look through. Yeah, a vent.
Did she move the chair there so it would be easier to reach the vent later?
Probably.
Why would I when Cassidy just said the vent was closed during setup?
Because you were covering for yourself in advance.
Huh?
The vent may not have been open at the time, but I'm willing to bet that's because you were still creating your trap.
In what way?
Let's say Ava took a detour for the boiler room first, and slid the internal plug through both vents. After going upstairs and helping rearrange the dining hall furniture, during which she moves a sofa chair so it obscures the vent, she heads outside and hides until everyone else goes to bed. Then, she walks back in and opens the vent.
Yeah.
So Eva took complete advantage of them?
Not my fault those two are so trusting.
You think a big guy like me was gonna be afraid of some mathlete? No way!
That's not the point, Jet.
I mean, she did lie about a lot of important things. Her talent being one of them.
Yep.
She also cried and fled the scene after we found out, no?
I just thought it was cool. She wanted to help me out.
Hey, can we backtrack a little? Like,
What the heck is
to
that?
before all
Skip?
this Ava talk?
Why? What happened?
It's to do with the chair's position.
The chair?
You guys keep saying it was in front of the vent, but Damon stood in front of the vent during the blackout. If the chair was in the position you all say it was, It should have blocked him from crouching in front of the vent.
Ava probably just moved it during the blackout.
Dumbass.
Before the blackout, it was positioned with its back to the left wall. However, when I ran over to the vent, the chair was suddenly pushed up against the northern wall, out of the vent's range. Ava must have shifted the chair while everyone was initially panicking from the blackout. I'm guessing she hoped people would misremember its position and think it was always along the northern wall.
Oh man! So I totally fell for it?
I also remember seeing a speaker in that corner.
Yeah, about that. This morning, Jet, Mark, and I arrived at the dining hall a little after 8 a.m., then Eva came a few minutes later. She helped us put together Mark's equipment, which was stationed in the lower right corner of the room. And then she volunteered to place speakers around the room while Jet and I set up the TV next to the fireplace.
Moving a speaker near the vent. Did Eva do that to drown out Diana and Wolfgang's scuffle?
Yeah, and in turn exacerbate the effects of the other speakers. There were almost a dozen spread throughout the dining hall. Some even sandwiched into corners they didn't need to be. Eva probably placed them that way to cover as much ground as possible.
Still, Eva entered the dining hall at 8:10 a.m., right? So, wouldn't it be impossible for her to knock out Lawyer Man at 8:15 a.m.?
According to Ava, she arrived around 8:10 a.m. But it's possible she actually arrived much later. Since there's no clock in the dining hall, he just couldn't have known. In fact, that might be why Ava seemed so eager to arrange Mark's equipment in the morning.
Time that.
Upon realizing it had a clock, she wanted to ensure it would only be powered on after she arrived.
It seems the setup of this trap occurred across 3 phases. Phase 1 took place in the boiler room and involved tying a lithium battery to an extension cord. The cord was then slid through the grates of the closed boiler room vent, presumably until it almost poked out at the other end of the ventilation shaft. Phase 2, by contrast, was carried out in the dining hall. The aforementioned cord was tied around the dining hall vent, which was then left open. This must have happened after Cassidy, Mark, and Jet were already done redecorating. For the third and final phase, the battery was carefully suspended over the generator.
Which makes
All these steps combined created a pulley system, which could only be triggered by closing the dining hall vent. Is there anything I'm missing?
How I closed the vent.
Huh?
No one has explained how I closed the dining hall vent.
It's not really that
Obviously,
hard.
I didn't do it during the blackout. According to Damon, the blackout can only happen after the vent is closed. So, I must have stood up, gone behind the chair, and closed the vent during the tournament. That's stupid. Someone is definitely going to notice that sort of conspicuous movement. It doesn't matter if that someone is on the opposite side of the room. They're going to notice.
How did we overlook such an obvious discrepancy?
Eva's right. Staying up would look really suspicious. Which is exactly why she used that to circumvent the problem. That's not it.
Don't.
This is it.
Okay.
The location of your chair bypasses this problem entirely. To close the vent, all you need to do is set the chair to recline and reach behind you.
Using the classic recline
Set
trick.
the chair to recline?
All the dining hall chairs have the ability to recline. Some were already set to that position at the start of the tournament, including Ava's. With her chair in recline, Ava can easily reach down and close the vent without shifting from her position. It's not perfectly inconspicuous, but it's subtle enough to not catch most people's attention, especially those focused on watching a video game competition. Well, am I wrong?
This isn't funny. Just because I was sitting in front of the vent doesn't mean I was the one who triggered the mechanism.
No one can sneak up behind you without drawing attention. Especially when all the lights were still on.
That's just dumb! Where I was sitting shouldn't make me a murderer.
Even so, with everything we've spoken about...
Everything? Did you already forget what was said earlier? Just look at all the items I would need to set up this murder. The battery, the extension cord, the rolling pin, the taser, the syringe, and the supposed drug used with it. How could I have collected all of those things? Wolfgang and everyone else hated me because I lied about my talent. They were on their guard whenever I was around. You think Jet and Desmond would just let me walk into their rooms and take their stuff?
And if they're busy at lunch or something?
We still haven't explained how she robbed 2 people's rooms without being caught.
Unless you can prove I had the chance to get all this stuff, you can't make me out to be the killer.
Fine. I'll show proof. Only you could obtain the items necessary for this murder.
Ava had like Desmond's blackmail, didn't she?
I got it.
Yep.
Ava, you were well aware of the existence of those items. For starters, everyone heard about Jet's battery. It was common knowledge due to his boasting.
Wait, so it's all my fault? Ouch.
Maybe you learned
Since
after
the doors
this.
are unlocked, you could have easily snuck in and grabbed the battery while no one was inside. The battery is lightweight too, so you wouldn't have trouble carrying it. For the rest of your plan, the syringe and drugs are both readily available in the pharmacy. And as for the taser, you may not have known about its existence right away, but you still had every incentive to search Desmond's room, because you received his blackmail.
Eva? You knew my blackmail this whole time and never said anything?
Yep.
So what?
Huh?
So what if I knew? I wasn't the only one. Damon knew your blackmail as well.
Oh yeah, he read it out loud to everyone earlier, didn't he?
Damon knew almost everything I did. He knew where the items used in this murder were stored.
So
He
she's
knew
going to try and
the
blame
layout
it
of the
on us
boiler
now,
room
isn't
and the
she?
storage closets. The only thing he didn't know is the one thing more important than any piece of physical evidence.
The hell are you talking about?
See, you still don't know. You still don't know that we never saw eye to eye.
Huh?
Eye to eye... on the not killing each other stuff?
On Wolfgang. Damon saw the way Wolfgang scolded me and treated me like a bad guy, and he thought I hated him the same way he did. But unlike Damon, I never wanted
she's
Wolfgang
going to try and
die.
spin it that we did it.
Whoa! That's a loaded accusation.
Not a first for this trial.
If you thought you saw the worst of Damon after the dummy trial, you underestimate just how low he can stoop. I practically risked my life, which is why I can tell everyone that Damon has Wolfgang's blackmail.
Oh gosh.
Ava, you...
Any reason you didn't tell us this earlier?
Well, I didn't think it was incriminating at first.
Not even when he refused to come forward about it?
That was weird, but I didn't want to make accusations at the time because it could have just
Even
been
though
a
I got
ego
from a high
talking.
train to
Only
answer
after
your
watching
question.
him
Okay.
reject the taser gun over this dumb mechanism he made up did I realize I had potential evidence on my hands.
Damon, do you have your blackmail on you? Don't worry about reading it out loud or anything. Just show the image. That's all you gotta do.
Did Ava really never trust me? Why then did she disclose so much to me? Why did she tell me? No, this can't be at the forefront of my mind right now. I'm on the cusp of bringing this case to a close. What Eva thinks about me shouldn't matter, but she thinks about me. I feel so bad he kind of got screwed over. Damn it. Damn it. This entire time I've been judging the others for how trusting they are, not even realizing I was blindly following the words of a stranger. Now, everyone here, they're gonna hold this blackmail crap against me. Even more if I just come forward earlier. Even so, what choice do I have? No one will let the discussion continue unless I tell the truth.
Fine. I'll show it. But only the picture. As requested.
With those words, I retrieved the envelope from my pocket. Pull out the photo.
Ingrid, Wolfgang doesn't have blue eyes.
So, who is this then? His parents?
I mean, why else would the guy look like
Aren't
him?
MCs of the series supposed to have huge Hoge hair? This is a fangan. First of all, yes, that is still a thing. But it's fangan, so they probably made more so. And plus, he does still have no Hoge. It's not as huge as the others, though.
Given the year this photo was taken, these two people must be his parents. Look at what's printed at the bottom. April 17th, 2001. We know how old Wolfgang is because of the student reports. In 2001, he wasn't even born yet.
But why his parents? Are they being held against their will?
You can't leave us hanging, Damo! You gotta read
Oh,
out
well,
what
fair
it
enough. They
says.
can do what they want. They can.
That's not what was asked of me.
This is actually very more similar to, like, Kaide's.
And even if I had to, I don't think someone who can't explain himself should have his secrets revealed to everyone.
Some things are better left unsaid.
For the record, I know what Wolfgang's blackmail says, but it didn't change my outlook on him. I don't think it's possible for anyone to hate someone like Wolfgang. He was always brave in the face of sheer adversity, and encouraged everyone else to act likewise. Wolfgang challenged me to be a better person. Wolfgang challenged all of us to be better people. And maybe Ava simply couldn't rise to his challenge.
Don't listen to him! He's trying to divert everyone from the truth.
Even though Wolfgang and I didn't always see eye to eye.
From here, Damon's
my
actually
respect
more
for him
calm.
and
That
his
is
talent
not
never
always
wavered.
telling, but I think that probably shows everyone who's truthful here.
Why would someone like me harm him? Me, who's been leading this trial much the same way he led the one before. I may have questioned the idea no one here would kill, but that doesn't make me someone who wants to see bloodshed.
He does! He does want bloodshed! We have all the proof he's a cold-blooded killer! Wolfgang's blackmail, which he lied about having!
I'm not gonna lie, Eva's VA sounded a bit like Ash Ketchum there. I don't know if that had anything to do with it or not.
Nothing he says should be trusted. Nothing he says about me or anything else.
It is odd that we place faith in a man who does not have faith in us. So much so, these discussions are mostly led by his own conjecture.
Damon isn't the killer, though. Why would he try to mislead anyone? Like, he and I were playing a game when the murder happened, and multiple people can vouch for us.
Not to mention, the things he's been saying make a lot of sense.
Truth has no personal alliance. That's why.
Even if he wasn't here, we'd arrive at the same conclusion anyway.
Depends who you mean by we.
Oh, I was about to say that too. Okay, it wasn't just me.
Then, you all still think I'm the killer?
Someone needs to be voted by the end of this.
Don't just say it like that.
Yep, there it is.
How would I know? How would I know when to drop it? Drop the battery! Damon says the killer dropped the battery when Diana was already in the boiler room. But how would I know when Diana was in the boiler room? It's not as if I could listen out for her. The music speakers are too loud. And the dining hall has no clocks, so it'd be impossible for me to know if it was 8:45 a.m.
Right. Only Mark's DJ pad had a clock.
Maybe Ava asked Mark for the time.
She never spoke to me.
We never spoke! I never even got up from my chair! Besides, how could I be sure Diana arrived on time anyway? If you can't explain how I knew when to drop the battery, then shut up and stop accusing me!
Eva makes a decent point. How did she drop the battery in time? Did she just rely on chance? No, that doesn't seem likely. Our entire plan fails if the timing isn't right. Come on, think. If my years of debate taught me anything, I need to look at this from another angle. I just take it from the top, while assuming Ava is the killer. She saw Diana
I got it.
Because what did she have in her
The only
hand?
way the killer would have known when to spring their trap was by seeing Diana enter the room. Any uncertainty would ruin the plan, and the dining hall was too loud to hear anything over.
So where did she watch Diana from? There are only two possible places.
This is it. It's impossible to see anything from the vent, which means the only way anyone could see into the room was by using the school cameras.
Say what?
I don't understand how, but Ava must have used the camera.
Is she working with the kidnappers?
Are you kidding me? How the hell would I have access to the camera?
In order to actually see what was happening on the security cameras, what would Eva need access to? Naturally, it would have to be some sort of screen. A screen, huh? Thinking back on all the various clues we've discussed, I can't pinpoint anything which could provide an answer to that question. Huh? Feels like deja vu, doesn't it? When all other options are ruled out, I can only turn towards the one that still remains. The one thing we've yet to discuss. Ava, it's time to bring an end to what you started. For better or for worse, this one will be your final lie. Is it now argument? I don't know what they call it that. Argument altercation. Okay. So yeah, pretty much. Oh, it's bullet hell extravaganza. Oh. I thought we left that behind in Deltarune. Let's go. Oh no, as long as it's not as bad as Chapter 4's boss, I'll be good. Okay. Lots of people complained about this when they tried beating this minigame. Oh no. During the release. They might have patched it by now because it's been like a year since then, though.
Who cares about the camera? There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. This isn't fair.
Oh.
Who cares about the camera? I just wanted to help. There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. Who cares about the camera? This isn't fair. Who cares about the camera? Why would I kill anyone?
Oh.
Who cares about the camera? There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. Why would I kill anyone? I didn't see anything. Who cares about the camera? Why would I kill anyone? Who cares about the camera? This isn't fair. It's Damon who's suspicious. It's Damon who's suspicious. I didn't see anything. Why would I kill any? I just wanted to help. Who cares about the Who cares about the camera? Why would I kill This isn't fair.
Ah!
It's Damon who's suspicious. It's Damon who's suspicious. I didn't see anything. Who cares about the camera? There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. Why would I kill? Who cares about the camera?
Ah!
I didn't see anything. Why would I kill This isn't fair. There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. Ouch!
Why would I kill anyone? There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. This isn't fair. Why would I kill anyone? I just wanted to help. This isn't fair. I thought you trusted me.
I like your art for this,
I didn't see anything.
Oh,
There's
shit!
No proof I killed Wolfgang. This isn't fair.
Oh, I'm not going to like this, am I? No, I'm starting to get the controls, though.
Who cares about the camera? This isn't fair. I didn't see anything. Why would I kill? I didn't see anything.
I didn't mean to do that. Of course.
I didn't see anything. Who cares about the camera? Who cares about the camera? I just wanted to help. I just wanted to help. Why would I kill anyone? Why would I kill any? Who cares about the camera? I just wanted to help. There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. Why would I kill anyone? It's Damon who's suspicious. This isn't fair. It's Damon who's suspicious. It's Damon who's suspicious. This isn't fair. This isn't fair. There's no proof I killed Wolfgang.
Okay, that worked.
I didn't see anything. I just wanted to help. I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything. Who cares about the camera? I just wanted to help. Damon.
Okay, we're doing a bit better at that. Me.
This isn't fair. Why would I kill? There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. I just wanted to help. Who cares about the camera? I just wanted to help. Why would I kill anyone?
Sorry, Chi, I'm not able to answer right now.
This isn't fair.
Can we fire the way? Probably? We'll answer after this.
I just wanted to help.
Did I just accidentally break the game and make it go slow mode?
Why would I kill anyone?
I think I just accidentally broke the game.
I didn't see anything.
Holy hell, Pog. This is the first time I've seen Pog for this.
There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. Ouch! Why won't you believe me? Why would I kill anyone?
Is this supposed to be like this, Mango?
Why would I kill anyone? It's Damon who's suspicious. Who cares about the camera? Why would I kill anyone? This isn't fair.
No. Did I just break the game?
I didn't see anything.
Oh, I see what that's supposed to be.
I didn't see anything. There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. How could I access the security camera?
Personal game console. No, I know you didn't contribute to this game, but I'm pretty sure you've seen someone play at this point, so that's why I wanted to ask. How many stormtroopers does it take to change the light bulb? None, because they're all on the dark side. Oh, Lord.
No!
Oh, good, bullet pill. I'm gonna tell my friend the kids this is a Toho project. Please don't. How did I break the game?
I pulled a Chi-Chi.
Whether or not the trap works,
Should I tell them?
I pulled a Chi-Chi.
Should I say something on the page saying, game broke?
I pulled a Chi-Chi. I'm not feeling
I literally accidentally pressed shift too many times. That's all I think that happened.
I pulled a Chi-Chi. Lost 50-50 at 90 pennies, not even clutching, and now I'm out of cream.
Oh, I just noticed your message, but you did it right as I started stream. You think someone in Shadow Gold would know? This is a really dumb question. Has played Moon's Garden because I need an answer on a game mechanic. I cried at the start. I pulled Chi-Chi, and the fact is playing after you beat the minigame. I'm wasting. Blame Chi. Sticky Chi. I turned sticky keys off though. I never usually have sticky keys on. That's the thing. Wasn't the Hatsune Miku's music? It's Genshin Dreams.
Which begs the question: how does the killer see inside?
Oi! 天空のライアーを手に入れたのは酔っ払い相手に歌を聴かせるためなのかよ。
Besides, the vent probably offers very little in the way
This
of an actual
music
view
though
of the
too.
room.
Exactly! It's impossible!
Right. It's impossible. From this particular angle.
I'm gonna see if anyone replied. Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm just calling Sticky Key sheep because it's triggered by present shift a lot. True. I just know I never turn them on. I learned in middle school I did not like them. I'm like, I accidentally pressed it. How?
What do you mean?
Ava assumes I'm taking only one factor into account. Her position at the time of Wolfgang's murder. Little does she know that in ruling out that factor, she's led me straight to another.
At least now I can look at others' versions of that game and see what the heck. Mystery Demon's for me, not you, Cherry.
A certain item which could have granted her the ability to see inside the boiler room.
Anyway.
An item that, like the chemical smell, only makes sense when all other options have been ruled out. The game console she brought with her to the tournament.
I keep keeping an eye on the Shadowed Gold chat to see if someone can answer my question.
Ava had a
or if I'm
game
just
console?
dumb.
She wanted to get in the spirit of the tournament without being directly involved. Or so she claimed.
At least I can take a joke. You and me in the parking lot of Denny's. I want food, so.
But when every
Food
other
then
option
fights.
has been ruled out, what else can we look to but the one that's yet to be addressed?
Are you saying she saw inside the boiler room using the console?
So he played live footage of the room?
Sounds like a stretch.
If I'm wrong, Ava should be able to prove her innocence. Go on, Ava. Show us the console.
Hear me out. S'more brownie with Oreo cookies. I've never had the s'more brownies.
Huh?
I've had Oreo, obviously Oreo cookies, but not the s'mores ones.
I don't think she has the console on her, dude.
She has to. She never had an opportunity to slink away and dispose of it.
Well, what about the blackout?
When the blackout first hit, people were disorientated for about a minute at most. Ava likely spent those 60 seconds undoing the cord and moving the chair. Between then and now, she's never been alone. The only exception was when she and I split up to investigate the dining hall and the dorms respectively. However,
Brownie
the
with
laundry
more
room,
toppings and Oreo
dining
cookies
hall,
inside brownie.
and courtyard all had
I
people
feel like
in
that's
them.
a bad idea, like the
So I doubt she
burger
had the
inside a
console in
burger
any
I
of
see
those
from the
rooms.
cartoon.
And the janitor closet? That room has been locked for days now. She obviously couldn't hide the console there.
I also realized Hosuda hasn't spoken as much as Monokuma
Which
has.
means it must still be on her person. Like I said earlier, if I'm wrong about the console, you can take it out right now and show everyone its contents.
Feel free.
What are you waiting for? Quit hiding the stupid thing and show it!
You're just trying to make me look bad. You don't know what you're talking about. You're just jealous of me.
Well, you see, there's this one guy. Hey, partner, why don't you field this one?
Huh? Yami, you little you son of a I'm gonna
I don't think she
tear
ever
off your
played that one
and
yet.
shove them right up your and then on your with
I forgot about Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge. I need to. I think they released an episode.
so then
recently?
you'll have to
I think
sideways.
they did. I need to watch it.
You're jealous of me and my talent. That's all you are. Jealous.
Eva sounds like old school ass. She does a bit. I don't know if her voice actress is going for that, but she does sound very much
Hey.
so.
Calm down.
Why not just pull out the console?
Yes, show us the console and then you'll be done with this.
No!
So yeah, she pretty much is it. Yes, very recently.
Eh? I don't have to show anyone anything.
That's the most suspicious thing you could say.
It's not suspicious. I'm telling the truth.
That's obviously a lie.
Why go through the effort of mentioning Wolfgang's
Oh,
document
their
if
episode.
you wouldn't
Okay,
do
good.
this?
I need to catch up. I haven't really watched all the episodes. I just know some clips and then some songs like Leather Pants.
Now that I think back on it,
Especially
Ava had
the
been
literal
staring at her
version.
console the entire tournament. I thought it was weird, coming all the way over to the dining hall when she could have just stayed in her dorm.
Well, where did she obtain this console? We should discuss those details before continuing any more with these accusations.
She said she won it from Tozu's gotcha pet.
Seems natural he would stock that machine with dangerous items. With this being a killer
And
game,
some R-rated ones too, more than likely.
Between
He's currently in the
14
KC
possible
Cup
culprits
filler arc,
and
the
one
one that comes
possible
after
killer.
Arc Route.
There's
I-
no need to sort out the facts further.
But I don't remember Arc Calicos, but I do remember the Kaiba Cup.
Ava, you're the only one we can vote for.
That's such twisted logic. You're going to vote for me without being completely sure I'm even guilty?
There's no need to be completely sure if no one else can be suspected.
In case anyone still doubts Ava is the killer, I'll go through the case one last time. And once all the pieces are laid out for everyone to see, I'll prove she's the killer, once and for all.
Okay. Oh. How do I do the other pages again? Okay, there we go. I got Yao and HSR. Oh, congrats! I'm waiting for Sprixie to come. Mommy! You love doing that, don't you? Yes. Skip, you are what? Why did we say something about Skip? Did you know they took down the Rickroll from YouTube for a bit? Nice try. I fell for it when the post came up. The video's still up. They're just trying to get people to watch it and get Rickrolled again. No, I saw that post and I got Rickrolled myself. I try. Oh. What did Skip do this time? I didn't see anything. Should I be worried? Oh, Skip recovered the anarchy. Where'd the bullshit sound? It should be Galactic Mermaid. It should still be on there. The only one I muted was the Tetra one. Because of everything. Yeah, I just realized Skip did Anarchy Rainbow. Of course you did that. Yeah, I remind you I know Skip from Splatoon, so... Let me stretch after this, please, Skip. Because I have a time limit. That's the only reason I'm saying that. Alright. That should be everything.
This is how it
Alright,
happens.
I can stretch now. Thank you for the stress, Skip. And we'll go hear him reenact this. Meantime, I'm going to see if anyone replied. I hope. There we go. No one replied.
This case was directly incited by the motive Tozu introduced, in which everyone here received another person's blackmail. Amidst the chaos that spawned, the killer saw an opportunity to commit a murder. They sent letters to two people.
Don't forget to drink water.
Wolfgang Akide,
I'm drinking pop, but at least
they
it's
plan to
something.
kill,
That's the reason I don't have a
Diana
hydrate,
Garcia,
because I know I'm going to drink
they
something
plan
during
to
the stream.
frame.
Just on the other hand, I didn't hear much.
Wolfgang and Diana were asked to meet in the boiler room in 2 days' time. Wolfgang's letter told him to arrive at 8:15 a.m., while Diana's told her to arrive at 8:45 a.m.
The messages threatened to expose our blackmail, so we had no choice but to follow their instructions.
At this point, the killer probably knew the way they were going to kill Wolfgang, hence, how they reacted to this next piece of information. The following morning, it was revealed that Cassidy and Jet were going to hold a game tournament.
Sorry.
Able to spend time together and not think murdery thoughts. But little did we know.
There it is.
Would be
Actually, this is just recap. I'm not worried. Holy shit! Holy shit, bullshit, goddamn motherfucker! Oh, fucking goddamn fucking shit! Son of a motherfucking bitch! Oh shit!
Though it might be more accurate to call it a murder mechanism, the killer wrapped an extension cord as tightly as they could around a car battery, which been stolen from Jet's room. I imagine the battery must have been sitting on top of the generator. Wouldn't want to risk an explosion by bringing lithium too close to the water.
The killer avoided opening the boiler room vent for this segment. Probably because they knew I'd remember it being closed originally.
A crucial part of the killer's plan would involve sliding the cord through the boiler room vent, so they could then walk upstairs to the dining hall and tie the protruding part of the cord to the dining hall vent.
Funnily enough, the killer was going to be needed in the dining hall very shortly.
Yeah, to help Cass and me rearrange the dining hall's furniture. We were saving the whole thing for next morning, but they convinced us to do it that night instead.
Their intentions were threefold. Create an alibi, hide the vent with a piece of furniture, and then open the vent in secret. After which, they'd return to the boiler room and suspend the battery over the generator.
Which brings us to today. Knowing better than to head downstairs without protection, Wolfgang went to the kitchen and armed himself with a knife. Toshiko didn't notice a knife on him when the two met in the hallway, so he must have hidden it in his blazer.
Wolfgang arrived inside the boiler room
everyone's
at
going on
8:15
right now.
a.m. Exactly like his letter requested. As he was waiting, the killer snuck up behind him.
Smack.
And he got smacked right in the head.
A syringe was then used to inject Wolfgang with a sleeping drug, ensuring he would remain in the boiler room until Diana arrived.
The killer might have, left the taser on the floor around this time.
Yeah, the taser they swiped from my dorm. They must have decided to raid the place after receiving my blackmail. If I'd heard about the taser sooner, I could have gotten rid of it. As well as whatever else my blackmail supposedly mentions.
Save the angsting for later, will you?
Anyway, back on topic. Wolfgang was left to lie in the partially flooded air.
They didn't care about the equipment. They just wanted to put a speaker next to the vent, because it would drown out the fight which was gonna happen.
Don't forget the digital clock!
My letter said to meet at 8:45 a.m. So that's when I made sure to close the door behind me, just as the message told me to.
Bad idea. Killer flipped the doorknob so that the lock was on the outside instead of the inside.
Yep.
You locked yourself in.
The room was really... He got up on his feet all of a sudden, and he started crying and saying these weird things. I tried to keep him calm and asked him to come over to me, which he actually did.
The drugs probably gave him a frightening hallucination, and he perceived you as a threat.
He was screaming at me, and I was screaming back. No one from the tournament could hear us over the music. At one point, I even picked up the taser.
And that's when the killer decided it was time. Having set their chair to recline, they were able to casually reach down and close. This lowered the extension cord, causing the car battery to enter the water and discharge a huge amount of electricity.
I don't like that sound. If anyone else also got scared by that, I'm so sorry.
Who was still standing in the water, was electrocuted instantly. The battery itself exploded upon reacting with the water, which the killer was likely banking on as a way to destroy evidence. All of this happened right under my nose. No one could have guessed that someone present at the tournament was committing murder.
The explosion also damaged the generator and caused the blackout. Everyone ended up stumbling around in the dark.
Not for long, though. We quickly came back to our senses and agreed to look for a backup generator on the underground floor.
I used a hairpin to unlock the boiler room door and ran outside. But you guys had already made it downstairs.
That's when you say you ducked around a corner and out of sight. Only after everyone went inside the closets did you then dash upstairs.
It's a good thing she did. Otherwise, we'd have found her alone in her room with Wolfgang's dead body. We would have wrongly assumed Diana was the killer, and died as a result. This complicated scheme calls to mind only one person. One person who just so happened to be sitting in a certain sofa chair. That person is you, Ava Tsunaka.
This really sucks
It's
since
over.
Ava was the one getting
Ava,
close to David.
We know that.
It's not fair. This isn't fair. This isn't fair.
You have your reason, though, is going to be the question. Do I actually get points for that for failing a few times? I know they kind of screwed you over in a CRE2.
My blood is rushing.
Oh, fuck. I need to go back to voice acting. Wonderful. Brilliant. Spectacular. You have seen beyond the foul lies of the scorned mathematician and delivered the honorable truth with wit and aplomb.
Well done.
This is worthy of praise. Allow me to reward your success with...
This isn't funny.
Can you shut up? Without Tozu's mad ramblings, the trial room had gone completely silent. Everyone's either staring at the floor or sneaking nervous glances at each other. I understand the reason for this frosty atmosphere. You found out who done it, so now you wish to know why done it.
Such a spoil sport.
Very well. Every murder mystery needs a motive, and I would loathe to break tradition at this stage.
There must be something.
Why did you do this? Just why?
Come on.
Come on. Speak up. Got her ass. You have nothing to lose now. Was Tozu? Huh? Tozu made me do it.
This is...
What? You've been working with Tozu this entire time?
Such disrespect.
Me and her? Oh, please. If her plan was to secretly infiltrate the killing game, she wouldn't have given herself such an attention-grabbing ultimate title.
Rubbish.
I mean, seriously. Ultimate liar? Talk about on the nose. No, Ava is as much of a kidnappee as the rest of you.
Son of a bitch!
Shut up. You let her get away with breaking the rules. That's proof enough you're in cahoots.
Holy!
Uh-huh. Ava broke the rules? Yeah, when she blew up the school fucking property.
Fuck you!
Why the fuck was I punished for chucking a rock at a camera? But Ava wasn't punished for destroying a fucking generator!
Shit.
Is Ava the exception that Rule was talking about? What? Dustman tapped the screen of his trinket and conjured a familiar square-shaped hologram. With a few swipes of his finger, he located the killing game's rules. Okay, yeah. Everyone, take a look at the second rule. Two students are not allowed to vandalize any initial killing game property, such as cameras and toes trinkets. Exceptions may apply. Do you see how it says exceptions may apply at the end? So are they talking about during a murder? Since Ava wasn't punished for breaking the generator, could that mean she counts as an exception?
Stop lying!
Are you going going to explain how? Are you going to be just trying to be fucking contrarian?
This looks bad.
Well, if I had to make a guess, it's probably because Ava destroyed a generator while committing a murder.
What's all this about?
Are you saying Ava had special privileges? I think it's more like her method of murder was what destroyed the generator. Meaning, the generator is technically tied to Wolfgang's death.
Yeah,
Yeah, which is why Ava was excused for breaking it.
Slow down.
Yo! That can't actually be the reason, can it?
I see.
And if it were?
Brutal!
What?
You...
I see. Eva believed she would count as an exception to that rule. Which is why she didn't take any steps to avoid destroying the generator.
What?
She risked getting shot in the head over something she just assumed.
That ain't it.
Nah. With how confidently Ava executed the murder, she must have known for sure she wouldn't be penalized. How about it, Tosu? Did you ever share that information with her?
Who? Me?
A desperate killer is like a hungry seagull, ready to pounce upon the sliced crumb of substance. The mere implication of a loophole ignites their senses, and they, as desperate people always do, will shed their dignity in pursuit of confirmation. So, to answer your question, yes, Ava approached me with the same questions your friends are asking now. And yes, I confirmed her suspicions were true.
Not okay!
Seriously? That's so unfair.
Pathetic.
Unfair. Answering a reasonable question is far from unfair. Have you never asked a professor for help on an assignment? Sure, your professor won't do the work for you. But they'll be happy to clear up any confusion you might have. And why did Eva say you made her kill Wolfgang? I suppose you could say Ava and I made a deal. What?
Huh?
A deal. What kind of deal? A deal to begin the killing game.
Impossible!
In exchange for agreeing to perform the first kill, she would receive a special perk.
Plot twist!
The traitor perk.
Holy!
What do you mean, traitor perk? Is it the tablet Ava has? I mean, she refused to show it to us when we asked. Mind you, that host cannot simply hand over a traitor perk to anyone who asks. For a student to be eligible for a perk, you must first earn it.
That was very...
What do you mean by earn it? Do you recall that little tidbit I shared with you about the pharmacy? Oh, the secret! You know, the one about the secret lurking inside. That secret. Were you referring to the traitor perk?
Well done.
Indeed I was. When I said a very interesting secret was lurking inside, I meant that quite literally. The only thing separating you from the perk was a few inches of stainless steel and a pin pad. Pin pad? Oh gosh! You're talking about the big door I found tucked behind the shelf.
I see.
I see. It was hiding the traitor perk all along. How did Eva figure out the password to the pin pad, though? Did she enter a bunch of random numbers until, like, finally worked?
Well,
A four-digit code would have thousands of potential combinations. Unless Ava encountered unbelievable luck. The chance of her guessing that code in only a few days is extremely unlikely.
How?
And how did she get access to the trader perk? The 4 numbers to unlock the pin pad. How did Ava figure them out? There's only one way. Only one way I can see her obtain the correct answer. It's to do with that poster, isn't it? That mysterious poster in the pharmacy. Yeah? What poster are you?
Well done.
Ding, ding, ding. Correct. Yes. And inside one of the pharmacy rooms is a poster which reveals the code to the pin pad.
For real?
For reals? I could probably just let her see that one next time.
No.
How can that poster reveal the code, though? I knew it had to be important somehow. The visuals made sense. Which is why exactly it caught my attention. I didn't know what to do with that information. How to decipher what I was seeing.
Pathetic.
And that is where you fell short of your mathematically gifted pair. With her keen eyesight and quick thinking, she saw the poster for what it really was.
Plot twist!
An equation. What? That thing in the corner is like an equation. Okay. Every detail is deceitful. Those exclamations of grandeur may in fact be henceforth of something nature. That large star is standing for a coordinate plane. Well, not that matters anymore. The passcode to that precious pad is, after all, being changed as we speak. To quote the words of my parents' parents' parents, the road to freedom must always be paved with obstacles.
Heckin' twisted!
No way! A math equation is totally up Ava's alley. Ava, you told me you couldn't understand the poster.
Why the long face?
Of course she does. The equation is the key to the trader perk. Handing it over would mean handing the perk over.
Shit.
So the trader perk was Ava's reward for solving the puzzle.
Anybody?
What the heck even is the perk? You still haven't explained that yet.
Who? Me?
I assure you, it's a very handy thing to have. You see, this trader perk allows the owner to access the school's security cameras using a tablet. That tablet, of course, being on Ava's person right now. What?
Damn it.
So, I was right. You accessed the camera in the boiler room, which was how you saw Diana enter.
Oh, crud!
I thought it was weird Ava wouldn't show us the tablet, but I didn't think it was actually wired to school cameras.
But then...
The reason I saw the security cameras like blinking back in the boiler room, it's because Ava was watching me.
What?
Yeah, this is making too much sense.
Nonsense.
Ava, how could you negotiate with your kidnapper? Why would you have any reason to trust him? I had no choice. Either take his deal and give myself a chance to escape, or I would die here with the rest of you.
You.
That selfish attitude is the reason we've ended up in this mess. Didn't we promise to make it out of here together? If you hadn't murdered one of the only people who could have handled the situation, he might have made progress on escaping.
Hang on.
Even if I didn't kill, someone else would have eventually. And if they were in my position right now, they wouldn't even admit to what they've done. They cried and sniffled and tried to guilt you. They wouldn't be honest like me.
Watch it.
Honest or not, playing Tozu's game was risky. You were trapped in a small space with witnesses everywhere. That's not a gamble you should have taken.
What a joke.
We had food. We had shelter. All we had left to do was wait for our eventual rescue from this place. But
Stop it!
I would have died first! It was obvious what was happening with Wolfgang. His constant jeering at me over the few mistakes I'd make, while the rest of you followed his lead. If a class trial ever happened with him around, he would have accused me of being the killer even without evidence. And you all would have believed him.
Whoa!
But that's not...
Shut up!
Because of Wolfgang, I was isolated from everyone else. He turned me into an easy target for murder. And if I was murdered, the rest of you even bothered to find out who killed me. You kinda have to for the rules. There's no way you would. There's no way anyone would. You're all the worst. I hope you're all rot here.
Bro?
That's cold, man.
You really let me down.
Even if we had some rough spots, some of us still tried to go along with you. During the gaming tournaments, I was fine with you joining.
Ugh.
You think a few games were enough to forgive everything you've done to me. None of you actually care about me. None of you! I never been anything to anyone.
Huh?
What do you mean? It really is the same here as it is out there. I'm always someone that people hated. Ava. Still doesn't excuse what you did, but... I didn't choose this talent. I was just doing what others wanted me to do. As a prodigy student, you don't want me to be. But I did everything right. I still kept being judged. Everyone else around me resented me, hated me, because they wanted the love I received. What they thought was love. And despite all my hard work, the UTP turned me into something I never wanted to be. Even if I wanted to return to normality, it would be impossible. I'm stuck with this talent for life. And now, when I try to become something more than a sad joke, I get hit with the realization that all my efforts were for nothing. I never could be anyone else. I'll never get what I deserve. I feel kind of bad for her. But I cared.
I don't understand.
Ava, I cared about you. Ryan the Kokoro. I don't get.
Why?
Ava, why did you frame me? I cared for you. I stood up and stood up for you whenever I could.
Don't say that!
I want to be your roommate. I want to help you.
I don't want to.
didn't mean anything. Why? You still agree with everything Wolfgang said. No matter what he did to me, you kept on supporting him. Is that why you tried to frame he for his murder? Yeah. And you deserved it.
No.
Diana let herself and nearly fell onto her podium. Diana. Eloise ran over to Diana and put an arm around her shoulder.
How can you believe that?
Why did you have to kill Wolfgang in front of her? That's so cruel. She obviously knew what she was doing. Both the cause and the time of death were mentioned in the mock trial case. So it stands to reason they would be mentioned here too. When Ava realized that, she tried to leverage it against us. I'm sure receiving that little camera perk made it all too easy to time the murder.
Shut it!
Enough of this bullshit already. So Ava's a privileged little asshole who thinks her life sucks. Who cares?
Fuck you!
You took Wolfgang's life. I think you deserve some fucking comeuppance.
Sheesh.
I doubt she's actually telling the truth. Murdering someone because they lied about their inoffensive talents. Even she must know how ridiculous that sounds.
How can that be?
If Ava didn't kill Wolfgang because she was scared, then why did she kill him? I'm kind of with Grace on this one. You're good, like, she does deserve what's coming, but I'm also like, I kind of am sad for her.
Honestly?
I also but to escape the killing game. I doubt any of us were ever a threat to her. In fact, it was probably the complete opposite.
Shocking.
She thought she was smarter and better than all of us. That's why she thought she could win the class trial.
My thoughts exactly.
Yes. I agree with Winona. In that case, do you reckon Ava killed Wolfgang because of his abilities as a lawyer? She herself admitted he would have suspected. Sorry, I'm so tired. Suspected her if he was here. Clearly, Wolfgang was the best person to kill if she wanted to escape.
Nope.
And anyway, Ava isn't the only one who's vulnerable. There are people here with even weaker bodies and weaker minds. Anyone who is looking for an easy kill would know how to target them first. It doesn't matter. Even if no one targeted me, I still would have died first. How so? Because of the perk. Huh? Tosu told me that if I didn't use the perk to murder someone as soon as possible, I was going to die.
What did you say?
What?
Nonsense!
Is this true, Tosu?
Who? Me?
Guilty as charged.
Dude, no!
No way! Tosu never told me the number of days I had left. Just, I need to kill soon. I didn't kill soon. I died.
This isn't fair!
I had to do something. You can't blame me for that. If you were my shoes, you were involved on this thing. It kind of makes more of a nerf than a perk. Agree, but no one would have known that until they got the perk.
Worthless.
It's your own fault. You're only in that situation because you took the perk.
No!
Tosu targeted me with the math puzzle. He offered me the perk when I was at my lowest points. If you guys were approached the way I was, and offered a chance to go home, you would have taken the perk too!
Stop it!
You're just a bunch of hypocrites! You want to make me look like the villain so you feel less bad about killing me? Killing her? That's right. How could I forget? The Blacken is uncovered.
Dumbass!
Enough already! I'm sick of talking to the scumbag. Let's get on with the fucking execution, will you? Alright. This soap opera is entertaining. I realize it's time to change the channel. Wait, don't tell me you're actually going to. I don't like that sound. No. Mom, I want to go home, please. I don't want to be here.
Holy!
All of a sudden, the elevator behind us began to turn alive. The whir of machinery could be heard from the other side of the doors. Raw and loud and rhythmic, like a mechanical symphony.
The show must go on.
Do not avert your eyes, ladies and gentlemen. I hear a lot of budget went into this. I know it's bad to say this knowing about Tetro's creator, but I'm like, I love how everything else, like, what's the budget? And then Tetro's like, you're using all of our budget on these stupid ass executions. I don't... What's going on?
I won't believe. This isn't happening. This isn't happening.
My blood is rushing.
To the victor go the spoils. Hail the honorable death. Avenge at last. Don't deserve this. Even if you hate me, I don't deserve this. May our charitable justice inspire fear and humility within these wretched souls.
Don't kill me!
This isn't fair. I don't deserve to die. I deserve to live. I deserve to live. And stir the hearts and minds of all those very witnesses. Ready, everyone? Let the show begin.
I want to live. I deserve to live. I'm going to live. I'm going to live!
I'm not going like this, am I? What happened to Tozu's voice with this? What the fuck is going on back there? Why the fuck was Mara chasing Ava? I don't like this. Yeah, they did that. The same thing that's done like in every Danganronpa game. Oh, great. Amazing. Yep. Sounds about right. I was waiting where that music was coming in. Ugh. Was not expecting that much blood already. I guess I shouldn't be surprised though. It's so bad for Ava. It still does not justify anything, don't get me wrong, but I feel so bad for her. Is that the girl from the first trial too? Thomas, you should know that she wasn't going to save you! Even Damon's crying. Yeah, that's the right reaction to that. That too.
I can't handle it!
My entire body has seized up. I couldn't move a single limb. Couldn't say a single word. All I could do was stand there and stare. My mind had complete and total loss.
There's no way.
So that's what punishment entails. Let me go home. Please, let me go home.
Isn't this lovely?
Goodness, talk about heated moments. Ava put up quite a fight. For a second there, she almost had me believing we underestimated her.
Moving on.
Just kidding.
I'll be damned.
How can you do this? Forcing these innocent people to kill each other.
Terrible. Just
so
terrible.
You know, I remind you that this is a student-on-student warfare.
Get out.
Just shut up already. Ava, why? You just needed a friend. I could have been the friend you needed. Why did you do this?
I can't believe it.
I'm gonna be sick.
No.
I don't even know what I'm feeling anymore. This is a horrible place for children. Welcome to Danganronpa. Even though it's a fan game, but still. I don't wanna die.
Oh, shit!
Oh, I'm totally gonna die here, aren't I?
I can't be like this.
No one else is gonna die here. We're all gonna be okay. Come on. Repeat after me. I'm here, and I'm okay. I'm here, and I'm okay. I'm here, and I'm okay. This is my reality. The fear of death had already been heavy on my shoulders ever since the killing game was announced. And now, it had completely enveloped me. I can't do it. I can't lie to myself again. Again?
It's all my fault.
I'm not okay. I'm never gonna be okay. I could have changed things. It could have saved her. And him. Wolfgang. If I just dragged him out of the water, I could have saved him. Why didn't I save him?
Whoa!
Diana, you had no way of knowing what was going to come next. He was wielding a knife too. Anyone would have done what you did. Did you really bring a knife for self-defense? Usually, a comment like that would have gotten a rise out of Grace. But she stayed completely silent. I can't let it in. Wolfgang's kindness. I can't let anyone forget it.
It is how it is.
That goes without saying. I'm sure everyone will remember what Wolfgang did for us. I never thought the things my talent can go. The ability to change others' appearances. To be the best version of themselves. It's always been someone else who sits in front of the mirror. I've never really put myself in that place. Diana? You okay? If I can't save Wolfgang, then at the very least...
I can do this.
Maybe I can live for him.
Believe me.
He didn't do anything wrong, Diana.
Pardon me.
Yeah. I can do this. I can fulfill the life he wasn't able to live. Huh?
Like a chameleon, I will adapt.
They don't have all
I'll follow in Wolfgang's footsteps and continue what he wasn't able to accomplish. I'll become something new.
Tears were running down Diana's face. But her expression, somehow, she looked determined. I couldn't understand it. Despite everything she's been through, here she was making some silly vow about continuing Wolfgang's legacy. Acting like she's a hero from a storybook. Has this girl lost her mind?
Hold on.
Wolfgang and Eva. Neither of them deserve this. I won't let what happened to them happen to anyone else here.
We won't back down.
For both their sakes. I'll save everyone from this killing game.
You've got to be kidding me.
The music just died down quick. Take this seriously, will you?
What?
Can this get any worse?
It seems your peers aren't much in the mood for heroic monologues.
Moving on.
Anyhow, it's been a long day. The crime scene has already been cleaned up. Unless you have any further questions from me. You are all free to return to your dorms.
Mm-hmm.
So, any further questions?
Get lost.
Ingrates.
Huh? Never haven't heard that one before. No seriousness, I'll take that as a no.
Good evening.
Until next time, everyone. Just like last time, Tozu walked over to the throne.
Isn't this lovely?
By the way, you're safe to ride the elevator back up. We set it back to its default mode. What you glimpsed before was simply its punishment mode. On that ominous note, he was lowered underground. Hey, guys? Should we just go back to our rooms? It's about time we draw this day to a close. Good idea. and Diana. People silently made their way back to the elevator. Horror and despair etched on their faces. It was clear. Today's events would not easily be forgotten. And then, there was me. Everything I've been ruminating over. The devastating images which have been plaguing my mind. Wolfgang's murder. The trial. Ava dying right in front of me, swelled by a pit of fire. It had all retreated to the corners of my mind. The one thing I could focus on now were those 5 words. I'll follow in Wolfgang's footsteps. Hearing those words come from Diana, after everything that's happened. Seeing her raise her chin and act so tall and proud, just like Wolfgang once did. It pissed me off. Wait, what? Wait, what? Excuse me, now we have to wait for chapter 2? What the fuck? Excuse me, what the fuck was that ending? Oh, there's a space there. Oh, unless that was Ava and Wolfgang. Is there anything here, or... Okay, I was wondering if that continues on or not. I'm pretty sure we're going to get a point to save for whenever they update to chapter 2. This chapter is honestly crazy. Yeah, for our first chapter, I think this takes the cake for most of them so far. So, have you seen any stats on chapter 2? They are working on it. The only thing I know, and I don't know if she's voiced chapter 2, if she is, then we gotta wait for the auditions to be done, is they are holding auditions for Mara. That's the thing I know beyond that. You wanna know what's crazier? Oh no, what? Wait, is that Sweden that I think I know? If Kai didn't convince Damon to join the tournament, Ava would have won. I guess it doesn't surprise me. Wait, is that the Sweden we know, Mango? That did the Swede 3 back when we had the Danganronpa Awards? They even made a song for this? Hey, this is actually the song by Project Eden's Garden. When we getting on Spotify, please, 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 please. Sorry, what? I'm not paying attention. Sweet 3, the little segments from, or the Danganronpa Awards. I'm like, is that the Sweden we know from Danganronpa Awards? Wait, Barbie Rompo is on Quality Assurance? I've only heard of her channel, but I'm surprised she's on Quality. Huh. I haven't watched Danganronpa Awards, so I don't know. Sorry. You're good. We haven't had any in a while, so. Oh, they actually had people play instruments for this tracks. I was gonna say as an instrument player, that's actually really cool. Alright. And that's pretty much it for right now, isn't it? Yep. Alright. Let me see. Go back to the other screen. Oh, wait. I'm doing this. I'm just dumb. Don't mind me. That was a lot longer than I expected, but thank you all for dealing with us, stupidity, and, that's probably one of the strongest openings I've seen for a fangame ever. Granted, Kill Career has not released Chapter 1, and I've yet to play a few others, Jico Rumpa, Rewritten, and Antebellum. But so far, that's probably the strongest opening I've seen for Chapter 1. Holy shit. Alright, who can we bother? Skip, possibly? It might be Skip. Or Arcats. Do you guys want Splatoon, or do you want Marvel Rivals? I think that'll be the real question. YouTube, do we have anyone? Yes, we do. Okay, 1 second. Oh, wait, it's just Mango, I think, too. Mango, I'll see who we can link you to. Sploom. Splatoon, then? Sorry, I was zoning out again. What did you say? You're good. I was trying to figure out who to give you a link to because I realized you're the only YouTube one here. So I think YouTube will go. I'll link you if you want to go. You can. If not, that's fine. Axel Sirius is currently playing Uma Musume. Pretty Derby. Twitch side. I'm assuming Splatoon. We only have one answer, so we will raid someone in Splatoon. There's this weird streamer. What's his name? Like Skip something. It's his affiliate, so I'm gonna start raiding him. He is currently doing 10 no one's surprise. Yeah, Grisco. Nice guy. You sure about that? He's doing salmon runs, so. Alright. I have a date with my bed, and I need to take a break from that chapter. Bye!